अस्सलाम वालेकुम फ्रेंड्स, क्या हाल चाल हैं आपके। उम्मीद करते हैं आप सब खैरियत से होंगे। फ्रेंड्स, आज हम आपके लेके आए हैं फोर्जा होराइजन 4 जो कि कार रेसिंग गेम है। इसके गेम प्ले का पार्ट 22। इससे पहले आपने इसके अदर पार्ट्स की वीडियोस भी देखी होंगी जो हमने अपने चैनल पे अपलोड की हैं। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपने वो वीडियोस नहीं देखी तो आप हमारे चैनल में जाके वो वीडियोस भी लाजमी देखिएगा। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप हमारे चैनल पर नए हैं तो हमारे चैनल को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना मत भूलिएगा। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप बेल आइकन को प्रेस करेंगे तो आपको हमारी नई आने वाली वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले मिलेगा। फ्रेंड्स, हमारा चैनल न्यू है, काइंडली आप हमें ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा सपोर्ट करते रहें ताकि हम आपके सपोर्ट की बदौलत इस तरह की अच्छी अच्छी वीडियोस और इंटरेस्टिंग गेम प्ले लेके आते रहें। तो फ्रेंड्स, चलते हैं फोर्जा होराइजन 4 के गेम प्ले के पार्ट 22 की जानिब। फ्रेंड्स, इससे पीछे वाला गेम प्ले है जो पार्ट 21 है। इसमें हमने एक नई सीरीज़ स्टार्ट की है फोर्जा होराइजन 4 की, द स्टोरीज एंड बिजनेस। तो फ्रेंड्स, अब हम इसके नए ऑब्जेक्ट को क्लियर करने वाले हैं जिसका नाम है द कार फाइल्स। तो फ्रेंड्स, द कार फाइल्स एक अच्छा ऑब्जेक्ट है, नया ऑब्जेक्ट है। तो अब हम इसकी जानिब बढ़ेंगे। तो फ्रेंड्स, मैं आपको बताता चलूँ द कार फाइल्स में जो आपको कार दी जाने वाली हैं तो वो शेप के लिहाज से ज़रा सी अच्छी नहीं लगेंगी क्योंकि वो एक ओल्ड कार टाइप का उनको जो है वो शेप दी गई है। लेकिन हाँ, उनकी स्पीड को जो है वो काफ़ी अच्छी है, उनसे रेस करने का मज़ा आएगा। क्योंकि अगर आप एक लेटेस्ट कार को कंट्रोल कर रहे हैं तो आप एक लो कार को कंट्रोल नहीं कर सकते, तो आपके लिए अच्छी बात नहीं है। तो फ्रेंड, इस गेम प्ले में द कार फाइल्स के गेम प्ले में हम कुछ ऐसी कार्स जो कि अनोखी कार्स होगी, मुख्तलिफ हट के कार होंगी फोर्जा होराइजन 4 के रेसिंग कैरियर में। तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको ये गेम प्ले काफ़ी ज़्यादा पसंद आने वाला है क्योंकि इसमें आपको इस तरह की कार देखने को मिलेंगी जो मेरे ख्याल से आपने अभी तक नहीं देखी होंगी फोर्जा होराइजन 4 में। तो फ्रेंड्स, ये एक इंटरेस्टिंग गेम प्ले बनने वाला है, तो इस गेम प्ले को एंड तक लाजमी देखिएगा स्किप किए बगैर। तो फ्रेंड्स, इस गेम प्ले में सबसे पहले जो हमें कार दी जाने वाली है वो एक वैन टाइप की कार होगी। सबसे पहला मिशन तो उसके साथ करेंगे वो एक वैन होगी। तो उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट कार हमें दी जाने वाली है फ्रेंड्स, वो एक छोटी मिनी कार होगी जिसके पीछे दो टायर इकट्ठे लगे हुए हैं और उसके आगे जो टायर हैं वो आम कार की तरह के हैं, लेकिन वो एक डब्बा सा लगता है जैसे छोटा रिक्शा हो। तो फ्रेंड, ये गेम प्ले एक बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है। और इसके बाद फ्रेंड, जब हम इसके नेक्स्ट मिशन की तरफ जाएंगे तो वो भी कार कुछ ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है। इसके जो पीछे वाले टायर्स हैं वो तो दो हैं जैसे आम कार के होते हैं, लेकिन उसका जो अगला टायर है, फ्रंट टायर जो है वो रिक्शे का एक टायर जैसे होता है वैसे उस कार के आगे एक टायर दिया हुआ है। और फ्रंट पे जो साइडों पे दो टायर हैं वो बच्चों की साइकिल के पीछे जो दो टायर साइडों पे लगे होते हैं उसके मुताबिक बनाए गए हैं। यानी कि कहने का मतलब ये है फ्रेंड, ये बहुत ही दिलचस्प गेम प्ले होने वाला है। और कभी कभी मैं इन कार्स को देख देख के हंसता भी हूँ, ये किस तरह की कार्स इन लोगों ने दी हुई हैं। लेकिन स्पीड इनकी अच्छी होगी और इनके साथ हमें ये तमाम मिशंस क्लियर करने हैं। कुछ ट्रक्स वगैरह भी हमें इसमें दिए जाएंगे तो उनके साथ हमें ये मिशन क्लियर करना होगा, जीप मिलेगी। तो इस तरह की मुख्तलिफ गाड़ियों के साथ हमें द कार फाइल्स का मिशन क्लियर करना है। तो फ्रेंड्स, उम्मीद करते हैं आपको ये गेम प्लेस बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद आएगा। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपको हमारी ये वीडियो पसंद आती है तो आप हमारे चैनल को लाइक करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करें और बेल आइकन को प्रेस करना मत भूलिएगा। फ्रेंड्स, अगर आप बेल आइकन को प्रेस करेंगे तो आपको हमारी नई आने वाली वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले मिलेगा। फ्रेंड्स, हमारा गेम प्ले तो पीछे चल रहा है, तो मुझे दीजिए इजाज़त और अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। मिलूँगा मैं आपसे अगले गेम प्ले के साथ, तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफिज़।
And so the claim is disproved. The Volkswagen Type 2
Hello! I'm pleased to see you again. not merely for professional purposes, but also because of our developing social connection. Now, this is a BMW Isetta. For its size, it is deceptively powerful and also highly maneuverable, though I think perhaps not so maneuverable for the claimant who delivered theirs into the back of a furniture truck. Tests the Isetta's ability to navigate traffic whilst avoiding collisions. For the experiment and for your own safety, of course. And so the claim is disproved with sufficient driver ethic. Our next case involves an outlandish claim and a vehicle with something of a reputation here in Britain, which I believe to be undeserved. You know this, the Reliant Supervan. With some small stability enhancements, this design, in my opinion, is quite sound. To Bamborough Castle, where we will attempt a small and highly scientific jump. You see? My enhancements greatly improve stability with no detriment to the look of the car. If anything, a small improvement, I think. Good. Now, to recreate the conditions of the accident, which resulted in a claim for damages to a church roof. You see, the fiberglass construction makes the Reliant Supervan light enough to become airborne. It lacks, I think, in aerodynamics and engine power. For this next test, I have compensated, perhaps overcompensated. We shall see. It occurs to me that I have added no additional safety features, but at least you will be landing on sand. It worked. I mean, of course it worked. And so we see that it is entirely possible to deposit a Reliant Do you know that in my spare time I am an avid watcher of films? Oh yes. One of my favorite films sees young people having personal revelations whilst racing classic cars. See if you can tell what it is. Now, one of my claimants has apparently tried to recreate scenes of the film, which features a Morris Minor similar to this one, with limited success.
Und traffic lights. So, Edinburgh, if you please. Edinburgh is not so much like the California of the film, but perhaps we can use our imaginations. Well done. You have achieved the optimal result for the first part of our test, which is, I'm not so sure. This is a uniquely American word, but cruising, I think, yes?
Now we must test the drag race performance of the Morris Minor with a few small engine modifications of my own. This is not strictly reproducing conditions of the film, but nor is the speed trap we are borrowing from the Horizon Festival.
Our object. If it helps you may imagine you are racing against an impossibly handsome actor. Excellent. I will advise the claimants that they may be confident lining up.
I must confess I was confused by our next case involving a racing truck. I was not aware of such a term. I had to consult with Horizon to find a suitable test vehicle. Though I was not disappointed with the result. Perhaps before we begin testing you would like a chance to, how do you say, get a feel for this machine?
Unlike our claimant, you have passed the first test. The vehicle is not upside down.
Our claimant insists that these so-called high-performance heavy vehicles are simply too fast to manage variable terrain. We will attempt not only to prove otherwise, but to demonstrate they are much faster when kept firmly on the road.
Despite my carefully plotted route, you will please resist this urge. Much improved acceleration over flat ground. Traction through tight corners, yes. Also, I must congratulate you on your restraint. Interesting. You see, we may dispute the claims that the racing truck cannot be
My friend, did you know that video footage of our investigations is highly sought after around the festival? I was not aware so many young people were considering insurance as a career. In any case, we have a new claim and a new test vehicle, perfect for scouting our new test location. Please enjoy the scenery as well as the performance.
grip and downforce on tight turns. Also, these woods are nice. Notice the improved acceleration as we pass the dam. A little of my handiwork. The acceleration, not the dam. The vehicle is performing well, yes? Good. You should be approaching the quarry now. So, what do you think? A suitable location for a machine as rugged as this, yes?
Now, allow me to explain. Our claimant has explored this very quarry in a Willis MB, similar to ours, though they have expressed dissatisfaction with their performance upgrades. Through a combination of my work and your skill, we will now set about, very politely, proving them wrong. May I suggest a more aggressive approach to navigation?
I will make it known to the client that the Willis MB
Hello, good day. How are you? Now that we have enjoyed the small talk, we may proceed to the next case, involving an acceleration test in normal traffic conditions. Now, this is a 1966 Volkswagen Beetle, into which I have placed a 2.5-liter F4 turbo engine. Partly to replicate the conditions of the claim, but also because I would very much like to see what happens.
You should perhaps be careful with this vehicle. I may have overdone it. Actually, the claim concerns a driver very much overdoing it. So by all means, how is it you say, put the foot down. So, another case closed. Though I must say, I like this claimant.
Our next claimant extensively modified a 1955 Chevy 150 utility sedan, with a view to turning it into a rally car. This is not so far beyond the realms of possibility. The vehicle is heavy, yes, but with all-wheel drive and rally-tuned springs and dampers, it could be done. The claimant's attempt resulted, of course, in complete failure, but I am confident that ours will not.
A highly adequate rally car. And we should not discount the psychological effect upon the competition of being overtaken by a collector's item.
Ah, greetings once again. So, we have our modified Chevy 150. Now we must test the claim that it will make a competitive rally car. I am confident in the vehicle's performance, and I have observed enough of your experimental driving technique to be confident in you also.
This will be me. Steady incline, four-wheel drive, hold the rear end tight. That did not sound as it should. You see how those wide tires and reduced weight handle the corners? The claimant failed to grasp this. Rough ground. Trust the improved suspension. Now on the decline. Suspension, braking, and steady nerves. Such power in the big Chevrolet engine. This the claimant grasps a little too well, I think. Yeah, most satisfactory. Yourself and the car. The claim.
Have you noticed an upward trend in peculiar insurance cases since we began our work? I have noticed this. Is it possible we are, how would you say, a bad influence? And here is one such case. The claimant wishes to establish the absolute maximum capabilities and tolerances of the Myers-Manx Dune buggy.
June buggy we must, then test the June buggy we will. This will make a prime testing location. I think also away from prying eyes. I knew insurance would be difficult. I did not know it would be so popular.
Now, the Manx here has been outfitted with the latest accelerometers, lateral G-force meters, and impact sensors. I will be using the data to build a detailed telemetric profile. All I require from you is that you drive like you have no concern for your own safety.
My esteem that I think this will not be so difficult a task for you. successfully established the tolerances of the Myers-Manx.
I'm afraid this case represents our last together as colleagues and work-related social companions. For the moment. As long as there is insurance, my friends, there will be bizarre insurance claims. For example, this claimant placed a 2.6-liter rotary engine inside a production Mazda Miata MX-5. As you are aware, this type of engine is more common in high-performance propeller-driven aircraft.
The first phase of testing will be along standard country roads with mild undulations next to the coast. Well done. But I feel we would gain further illumination with further acceleration. Do you not think so? Good. Now for the urban testing phase. You will please take into account traffic and various asphalt conditions. Please avoid collisions with urban vehicles. Excellent. Now we begin the highway testing phase. Please exceed 200 miles an hour along this section for optimum data gathering. Ah, interesting. My calculations suggest a performance of this kind should result in total spontaneous engine disassembly. And yet, here you are. Whether the claim was proved or disproved, it was a great deal of
Hans might not show it, but he's grateful. Really. He loves setting up test conditions.